next topic is importance of forest. Now, why forest is important to us, not only to us, but how it is important to other living organisms also, or for the nature, why forests are important, that we are going to discuss here, right? Now, first of all, the first and foremost thing is forests provide many useful products. Now, what are the different kind of products that are provided by the forest to us is, first of all, wood. Now, we know that wood is a very important byproduct that is provided by the trees in the forest. Now, this wood is used for many other purposes, like in the making of charcoal, right? In the making of coal, in the making of or manufacturing of paper, and after that in manufacturing of furniture also, like many type of furniture is manufactured with the wood, right? The other thing is oxygen. Now, this we already know that oxygen is provided by the plants to us or to all the living organism on the earth's surface by performing the photosynthesis process, right? After that, the main thing is different kind of products which are useful to us provided by the plants, like honey, wax, gum, fruits. There are many kind of spices, many kind of oils which are provided by the plants to us. And the main thing is the medicinal plants. There are many kind of plants which are present in the forest, which are useful for making medicines, right? There are some trees also, like neem tree. There are some herbs also which provide us medicines, right? They doesn't exactly provide the medicines, they provide the products from which medicines are made. So here we have understood that how there are different kind of useful products that are provided by the forest, or we can say that by the trees or plants that are present in the forest. Next thing is, that is second thing, which is a very important thing, is it maintains the balance between oxygen and carbon dioxide. How? Now see here carefully, the carbon dioxide which is present in the surrounding is taken up by the plants, right? Is taken up by the plants during the photosynthesis process. And after that, what plants do is they release oxygen into the environment. Now, this oxygen is used by all the living organisms that are living on the earth's surface. Now, what happens if these plants are not there, or because, as we have seen nowadays, because of deforestation, lot of plants are cut down, and there are other things are manufactured there. Now, because of that, what is happening? This carbon dioxide is increasing. Now, as the carbon dioxide is increasing, what it do is it goes to the sky and mix up with the clouds, and what is it is doing? It is forming a blanket-like thing with the atmosphere, and what it do is it increasing the global warming. Now, what is exactly global warming here? Global warming is exactly increase in Earth's surface temperature, and because of that, what global warming doing is it is resulting in the melting of glaciers. And as melting of glaciers is taking place, there is the water level of all the water bodies is increasing, and that will lead to floods, tsunamis, like that. So there are very important thing or very important role that a plants, or we can say that the forests are performing, that is they are maintaining this balance between the oxygen and the carbon dioxide, and because of that, this thing or the consequences are not going that much, though they are there, but they are not that much. If there is less number of plants, or we can say that if deforestation will keep on going like this, then the balance of course will be not balanced, and as a result there will be the earth will go in danger, and as a result human species or other living organisms that are living on the earth's surface also going into a danger. So the next point is they maintain water cycle. So how plants result in the or maintains the water cycle is by providing or doing the processes what are there. Now in what plants do basically. Now, because there are large amount, the forest is present on the large area, so trees are present on the large area. Because of that, the rainwater that is falling on the surface, on the soil, on the land is more, as it get more area, and because of that, more amount of water is seeps into the ground, right? As it is seeping into the ground, what is happening? It is recharging the water table that we have already seen in our before chapter also, like what is exactly water table is, right? Now, once it is recharging the water table, then the other people use the water, and as they use the water, the more and more water is used, then more evaporation will take place, right? As the water is there, and because of evaporation, after that the water cycle goes on, like after that condensation will there, and this we already know that after condensation what takes place, that is our precipitation process. So here what plants doing is they are maintaining the water cycle as more and more amount of water is seeping into the ground, right? Now the next thing is they prevent the occurrence of floods. Now how they are preventing the occurrence of flood? As there are more trees or more plants that are covering the area of the forest, we can say that they are covering a large amount of area, and because of that more water is seeping into the ground. Now as a result, what will happen? There will be no more water present on the earth surface outward, and that won't lead to floods, right? But here, as plants are there, what they are doing? They are seeping more and more water into the ground, and as a result, no more water will be there on the earth surface, and in this case, then what it will be resulting in? It won't causes the floods, or it prevents the floods. So the next thing that plant do is they prevent soil erosion. So we already know that what is soil erosion. Now here I'll again explain to you what is exactly soil erosion is. That is washing off or removal of the topsoil or the top layer, which is very nutritious to the plant. So we can say that the layer which is the top layer here in this case is topsoil. Now this layer is rich in humus, and more amount of nutrients are present in the humus, and this nutrients are when there is water like rainfall, and with the rain or with the water it seeps into the ground, and then these nutrients with the water, the minerals which are present in this are absorbed by the plants for their proper growth. Now what plant do is, like in soil erosion, what happens? That topsoil, the layer, it is washed off, right? But as there are plant, what they do is they just pack or keep the soil intact at that place itself. Now when the water or there is an action of wind, now because of that the top layer is not washed off, and as a result this thing stay in that process, and as a result soil erosion is prevented, right? So that is how the soil erosion is prevented by the plants. Next important thing that plant do is they provide shelter. This we already know that they provide shelter to many of the living organisms that are living in the forest. Some trees which are very large, they provide shelter to the different kind of animals. The trees which are smaller than that, they provide shelter to different kind of animals. So basically what they do is they provide habitat to all the living organisms that are living in the forest, right? So these are some of the importance, though we have so many important things that are done by the forest for us, not for only for us, but for other living organisms also. But these are some of the main things that are done by the forest for all the living organisms that are living on the earth's surface.